Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. We are doing the daily collective read for today, Saturday, January 28th, 2023. What is coming up for today? Let us get some cards to find out. Wow, we've already got the cards coming out for the first 5. They flew out very quickly. We've got 4 here, and we need 1 more. I'm going to just draw that final card. Well, let's just get started with what I see here, because there's a lot that we're already seeing. So the first thing we are seeing today is the star and its transverse. So there could be some struggles today around your own feeling of self and self-acceptance. When the star, I always point out with the star that the star is in a place where they are the most vulnerable, authentic version of themselves. So this may be feeling like a bit of a struggle today as you go through some circumstances that you are experiencing. I'm going to get to the details of that as we go to the next card, which is the 6 of Cups. So one of the things that we're seeing right now is while you are in this moment where you're feeling a little uncertain around how you're feeling about yourself, how you're feeling about your own authenticity, how to move forward from this point being your most authentic self. You are getting support right now from those positive connections and those positive karmic connections in your life as indicated by the 6 of Cups. So this could be a day that you're going to be having a lot of communication or a lot of messages from those that are in your deepest kind of wheelhouse of energetic connections. And then these are the ones that are truly supportive, that are trying to kind of help you as you move through this space that you are experiencing. I'm saying this also because we do see some difficulties that you or yourself are experiencing, particularly with the center card of our spread today, which is the Hangman. So you guys could be in a circumstance or situation right now where you're feeling a bit of pressure, you're feeling some difficulties, you're experiencing some adversities. However, you are handling these with grace. You are handling them by staying grounded and centered with the understanding that there are lessons that even now you are trying to get within this point of difficulty, really leaving yourself open and available to try to get full understanding of these circumstances or situations so that you can find the best path forward. And I am getting some further indication on how this difficulty can be resulting right now, particularly with the 9 of Pentacles in its reversal. So this could be really articulating itself in your day-to-day as a critical look at the space that you occupy and your immediate environment as indicated by this 9 of Pentacles. This could be a day where you're really just kind of looking around your space, trying to figure out what you can do to feel more comfortable, even as you're going through this difficulty. This could also indicate some anxieties or fears around your home or around your immediate environment that you are trying to work yourself through. This is a good reminder today to really focus on your immediate space, because something about this immediate space is going to allow a bit of a clearing to occur that may provide further insight as to the experience you are having. The next card we are having in our spread today, we've got 2 cards coming up for the final of the 5. We see here, again, I'm loving this energy right now because what we're really seeing occurring is deepening, stronger karmic connections coming through, even at this moment of difficulty as it relates to your immediate environment. Because while you are experiencing these issues around your immediate environment with this 9 of Pentacles in its reversal, you are getting a lot of support from the energies around you right now. And you are basically in a point right now where you are looking at the connections that are not supportive, looking at the connections that you feel are around you just for the fun of it, just for the sake of it. And you're getting much more serious about what energies you're really allowing in your personal space. This is coming through right now with the Lovers card. And this is really showing those supportive spiritual unions, those unions that are really ones that truly elevate you in a higher spiritual and mental plane. And it's this way that you're able to kind of move through this point that you're experiencing right now with the star in its transverse. We are going to continue to get clarity right now. Thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. Getting clarity right now between this transverse star. So feeling these concerns, you might be feeling a bit inadequate today. You may be feeling a bit self-conscious. You may be doing kind of this self-assessment work as you try to get into your upright, but also really leaning on those energetic connections around you right now to give you support as you go through this right now. Can I please get 1 card to clarify? Whoop, we've got 2 cards to clarify right now. we are seeing here that while there are some energies that you are moving closer to, there is some imbalances that we see need to be addressed. This is coming through for masculine and feminine today. It's going to feel a little different depending on whether you align to masculine or feminine energy, so let's get to it. For the feminine energy right now, this is really coming through as a feeling of instability, particularly around the material world. So this could be represented in a feeling of not necessarily feeling like the world around you right now, be it financial or circumstantial, is really supporting you. And this has you in this deficit at the moment. For the masculine energy, this could be feeling a bit of an emotional upheaval that is occurring with this King of Cups in its reversal. So feeling this over emotionality today, and this is either going to express itself in an over emotional pouring or an inability to connect emotionally as a result of this emotional imbalance. For both energies, the tricky part around both of these energies is this indicates that for both these energies, even while there is support coming through around other energetic connections, there is a focus on a manifestation of masculine or feminine, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to, that you do feel you are at a deficit or an impasse with or a blockage on. Now for masculine energy, this is interpreting itself as looking towards a feminine manifestation that you do feel has this instability or this material instability that is causing some kind of friction point. And for feminine, this is experiencing right now a manifestation of masculine that you feel is not in their emotional center, that is not someone that you can connect with emotionally, or is either being overly emotional or completely cut off emotionally. Continuing to get clarity between these 2 points, clarifying right now between the Six of Cups. So really using today to lean on and reconnect with those energetic connections in your life that are supportive, that help you as you go through this moment, because you are going through a moment right now where you are experiencing difficulty, but you are trying to get that higher spiritual message in the process of it. May I please get one card to clarify? Please hold. One card, please. One card. Whoop. This is interpreting itself right now as a Three of Wands in its reversal. So this is really coming clear as to some difficulties knowing what the path forward should be, not being completely sure how that path is going to look or what that path is going to look like. And as a result, I think that this is what is causing this blockage point that you're experiencing. But you're getting a lot of feedback and insight from those energies around you that you truly trust and that you truly feel are supportive to you. Continuing to get clarity on these cards, getting clarity right now between this Hangman energy, the center card for our spread, so a lot of the center focus for today, this feeling of being in a moment of difficulty, but trying to get these higher insights as you go through it, and the Nine of Pentacles in its reversal, so feeling some anxiety or uncertainty as or just dissatisfaction as it relates to your immediate environment. And this could be also the cause or some of the stem root of where this difficulty is coming from right now, and this inability to see forward into the future. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop, there, we got 2 cards coming up right now. And this is where we're seeing this interesting like separation between the points, because again, while we're seeing that there are some areas right now where you're focusing on the positive spiritual alignments, this is also requiring you to look at certain other partnerships and basically decide that they're not serving you, or they're not energetically aligned, or they're imbalanced. And it's this attention right now to these places, to again some of this extra additional energy here that is not necessarily in its balance point, that is really making you question some partnerships in your life, even as you are putting your attention and putting your time and energy into the ones that are supportive. And there is a feeling of uncertainty here and some anxiety as it relates to the path of these places. But with the Wheel of Fortune in its reversal, what we're really seeing right now is you're even using this opportunity to realize that what we are seeing really happening here is you're going through a low point. You are experiencing a low point in terms of your life path. And what you are coming to see is you're putting a lot of analysis on the energies that are near you during this low point and the energies that are not near you during this low point. And for many of you, it is because these energies are not being able to be supportive during this time of difficulty or adversity that you are experiencing that's truly making you question these connections and determine whether you want to continue with them, or if they are just too broken to maintain and you just want to sever the tie entirely. Continuing to get clarity over these points, getting clarity right now between the Nine of Pentacles and its reversal. So a feeling of anxiety or dissatisfaction with the immediate environment or space that you occupy. And this also being a rejection of kind of moving into a place of deeper seriousness as it relates to the energies that you allow coming towards you right now, and a focus right now on true spiritual partnerships, on partnerships that align to your highest sense of self and that allow you the opportunity to connect with that higher sense of self. Can I please get one card to clarify? Please hold. One, whoop! Wow. Is this transverse? This is transverse. Okay. We've got the Five of Cups in its transverse. So this is going to feel a little bit like a nail biter here, to be perfectly honest, because what we're really seeing here is there's some situations that you're experiencing right now and you are feeling a bit ambivalent about how you are feeling experiencing them. You are not sure if these are good things that are happening to you for your best interest, or if these are places of like deep mourning and deep grief. And I feel like when we see the Five of Cups in its transverse, your opinion on this is probably shifting like hourly. Like it may be shifting hourly or over the course of days, where you go back and forth about feeling about these connection points, about trying to find a way forward from this point, and being caught in an impasse where you're kind of grieving the things that have occurred in the past, potentially some of these broken connections or the unstable energetic connections, while even turning your attention to those deeper, more grounded, more spiritual connections that you are now moving into. But again, you're not in a place right now where you're necessarily like totally happy about it or totally sad. You're really trying to navigate those feelings as you go back and forth between these points. Continuing to get clarity between these cards right now, getting clarity between this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Cups in its reversal. So a focus right now, both for masculine and feminine energies, on a particular manifestation of masculine and feminine energy right now that you are experiencing in the deficit. For masculine, this could be looking at a feminine feeling like they are having some instability as it relates to their life. For masculine and for feminine, looking at a masculine and feeling like there is some deep instability as it relates to their own emotions, their ability to convey their emotions. And both of these also embodying these as they experience thus. And this Three of Wands in its reversal. So for both of these energies, seeing no way forward, seeing no path forward as it relates to how to move these connections into a positive position. Can I please get one card to clarify? Woo! All right. Even so, even with that occurring, what is happening here? There is a turning inwards. There is a turning inwards for both feminine and masculine energy right now, even in the face of this deficit. And so rather than kind of allowing yourself to kind of lose hope or get kind of lost or bogged down in terms of where to go forward with these connections, you are using this to start new cycles, to allow new creative possibilities to open up, to allow new passions to open up. This is kind of feeling to me like there is a feeling right now about some manifestation, both for masculine and feminine, that feels like a bit of a dead end right now. And it's this dead end that, because you can't see kind of the future outlook there, rather than getting stuck at that point, you're really using this moment to push forward and allow these new creative possibilities to emerge, which we love. This could come through as new passions, new projects, new communication, anything that's really going to allow you to move forward from this point in a very productive, positive fashion. Continuing to get clarity between these points right now, getting clarity between this Three of Wands and its reversal. So an inability to kind of see the path forward right now, feeling this obfuscation as it relates to the future, particularly around some certain partnerships, as I just said, that you feel like the connection is broken or severed or is not in a harmonic place, and feeling like this is kind of a low point on your own life path or your own, fate path as it relates to both yourself and this connection. Can I please get one card to clarify? Woo! Hold on. A lot of cards wanted to come out. We can't have that many cards come out. Can I please have one card to clarify, please? Come on. If you want to come out, come out. This is that point. This is that point where, again, rather than kind of sitting on this, you're using this moment to really aspire you forward into new avenues, into new directions, into new possibilities, and not necessarily feeling absolutely confident as you go forward from these points. I always point out the Page of Wands has just picked up that sword for the first time. So these are new experiences. You're kind of pushing out of your comfort zone right now, but you're letting your own desire, you're letting your own drive lead you, even in the face of a lack of experience, which we appreciate a great deal. Getting clarity right now between this Wheel of Fortune in its reversal and this Two of Cups in its reversal. So really, there is a lot of focus on the mind right now around some partnerships that are not necessarily in a positive place. Looking at these and just feeling like there is something here that is just not necessarily going well, or seems to be misaligned with your life path, or feeling like there is a very low moment, or potentially experiencing a low moment right now in your own path, and putting a very close set of optics on the energies that are not supporting you in this moment, and letting this kind of guide you forward, and feeling very ambivalent about the situation or scenario in question, unsure how you feel, if this is a positive or negative experience, like if you're taking the positive or the negative from this experience as you go forward from this point. Can I please get one card to clarify? We've got Four of Pentacles upright, which says really this is a moment where, because you're uncertain of how you feel, because you're still experiencing this blowback from whatever these connections are that you're either removing or broken or in your life right now, this is a moment where you're really just calling your energy back, you're calling your power back, you're withholding to a certain extent, uncertain how to go forward, so you're just pulling it all back in, and you're just trying to be as secure as possible with your own self and your own life as you go forward from this point. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now, getting clarity between our Ace of Wands. So we like this because there's a lot of new energy coming up here. So this is new possibilities, new passions, new projects, new plans, new communication, and giving yourself that courage, giving yourself that ability to move forward into these, even though you might not necessarily be absolutely confident. And we see that you're not absolutely confident through your ability to kind of hold back, if you will, as you do this. So you're not like throwing all your chips in a moment immediately. You're just kind of staying reserved as you push forward from this point, to kind of be conservative, even as you are being adventurous. So clarity between the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. We've got two cards coming out right now. Yes, this makes sense. So what we're seeing here is this is a point of healing for many of you. That moving forward in this direction, moving in this way, is something that is allowing you healing. And even though this is something that is causing you a moment, like giving you space to heal, there is some situation or circumstance around this that you're still feeling kind of limited or trapped in, not able to escape, not even, and this makes its way through with its ability not to be able to see the future right now. So there is something here about, still kind of holding in a space, waiting for kind of something to come forward that will allow this communication to come forward, that will allow some of these things to heal, but at the same time, not dwelling in that space, holding room for this space as you are healing. So continuing to get clarity right now between this Page of Swords energy for moving forward with this sense of adventure into new possibilities, new opportunities, but being very conservative as you do so with this Four of Pentacles here. So so holding back while also pushing forward. Can I please get one card to clarify? Got two cards here. Okay, this is going to express itself right now in some over emotionality, particularly as it relates to the feminine. This is going to hit a little differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. For masculine energy, this could be a focus. Again, this is the counterpart to the King of Cups in its reversal. So this is becoming an act of mirroring to a certain extent. Masculine may be in a place right now where they're feeling very emotional, or having an inability to express all of the emotions that they're feeling, and because they are now seeing a feminine who is embodying those same qualities, who is either being overly emotionally expressive or holding back on their emotional feelings. And this is triggering some bad coping mechanisms, or this is bringing to light some situation that is not necessarily in its positive with masculine or feminine energy. For feminine, this could be a focus right now over emotionality due to a connection to bad partnership, a partnership that is not in a positive place, or that is making you kind of utilize your own coping mechanisms, anything that you are like looking at as toxic or harmful. A lot of emotionality around the feminine side as you investigate these. While for masculine, it is looking at these like this over emotionality, and also kind of feeling this, you know, non-positive connection to this energy that the both energies are trying to navigate, which would explain a lot of the healing and the feeling trapped. So these cards are very much aligned right now. Final card for today's spread. So clarity between some toxic connections or some toxic circumstances that you are still feeling somewhat trapped within, but trying to move forward and heal as you go through this point. For masculine, this is trying to heal as you feel that there is an embodiment of feminine that is pulling back on their emotionality or being overly emotionally expressive. For feminine, this is feeling very deeply in your emotions as you deal with this circumstance or situation. Can I please get one card to clarify? One card, please. High Priestess is our final card for the day, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it because this was our daily card of the day for today, but it was in its deficit. So this says we start the day at the deficit, but all of this inner work that we go through today leads us to the High Priestess being in its upright. So this is going to feel like even as you're going through this moment right now, you are getting to this higher spiritual moment, particularly for the feminine energy. As you kind of, what we really see here to a certain extent is this is really coming across in a way as a bit of a grieving process that the feminine is experiencing right now as they go through healing, still feeling somewhat trapped in a connection that has like a potentially harmful or non-positive hold on them, but using this opportunity to come into their higher spirituality. For masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is happening is as they are going through a healing process and they are feeling a moment where they are feeling kind of trapped in circumstances and situations, potentially around a feminine that is not being super emotionally expressive right now, or is being overly emotionally expressive. There is some sort of healing here because there is a turning towards this higher emotionally connected manifestation of feminine, this feminine that is in touch with their higher spiritual self and their emotional embodiment. So this is really a turning of that energy towards these forces, even in the face of another manifestation that they feel they cannot emotionally connect with. Yes, divine feminine indeed. Bottom of the deck on today's reading, what do we have to consider? This is a Knight of Cups moment. So what we're really seeing here is, and we see this in both sides, masculine and feminine energy right now, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to, that both sides are dealing with a feeling that the other energy is not coming forward with enough of an apology or some kind of act of conciliation to allow things to move forward. There's a deep focus on this right now as the healing process is continuing, but there's still a lot of attention that you're drawing to this kind of like waiting period that you're having on whatever this energy is that you were hoping would come forward in this way, but has not come forward. However, I like it because we also still see a lot of healing and a lot of movement, even as you're in this consideration of this point. Well, thank you. That is a daily collective read. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and we will do this again tomorrow.